Hey everybody, it's Jordan Fox. I just received a package maybe 10 minutes ago, and I'm going to be opening both of them today. I'll probably start with the bigger one because this one's going to be accessories, but I ordered this December 2nd from Alice's Collections, but the doll itself is from Dream Valley. And so this guy, I had absolutely no plans for this doll whatsoever, but literally every time I opened up my Instagram, and when I used to have Facebook, it was also on Facebook I'd see it, and when I used to have Den of Angels, it was also on Den of Angels all the time, but most often it was Instagram, and I saw this doll's sad little face, like, why aren't you buying me? So I caved and I bought him. Now I decided that I'm going to name him Percival Sinclair. He's going to be part of my steampunk group from my steampunk series, the Gears of Eldoria. All the dolls that I buy have a place in my books, which you can find on thedreaminglands.com right on the first page. If you have Kindle Unlimited, they're free on Kindle Unlimited with art. So let's get opening this boy. I've been waiting so long for him now. He is not a size that I normally buy. I usually collect 60 centimeters or larger. This guy is a 45, well, I think he's like a 53 centimeter doll before his hat. I'm not usually an MSD collector, and honestly I have bad eyesight, and so when I bought him, I thought it said 58 centimeters, so I thought he was just like 2 centimeters shorter than like my favorite size of doll, even though I've got up to 80 centimeters. But I think I'm gonna just like him anyways. He's just too cute, and honestly, like, I kept looking at his pictures and such, and every time I looked, like, I didn't have a problem with how he looked, and so I'm kind of excited. Oh, and I have some extra stuff in here for my other dolls, which might also be in here. I think that might be his head. I ended up getting a new pair of boots from Alice's Collections because they sent me a pair, and I'm not kidding, it literally like disintegrated in my hands when I opened them. So they were kind enough to send me another pair. I'm not sure what any of this is, but I'm really excited. So let's start with this little body. So I've actually been recently in contact with the people from Elf Doll. I've been talking to Rain Man quite a bit, and if you ever purchased, I can't remember which doll he said it was, but he actually put free outfits in the bottom of boxes as like a surprise to his people who purchased from him. And so if you have Elf Doll boxes from back in the day, I highly recommend that you look and see if maybe you have a free outfit you didn't know you had. So we got our certificate of authenticity, which I keep these. Seems to be, this is a much newer phenomenon to actually have certificates of authenticity. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that steal the dolls and recast them and whatnot. So if you are not sure about buying dolls, I highly recommend that you check into them before you purchase anything. Typically, like AliExpress or eBay, they can actually be recasted dolls. So if you want to get into the community, I highly recommend that you do your research first. So let's open this up very carefully. So So normally I like to have like friends or partners for my dolls, otherwise I feel bad that they're alone, which is really weird, I know. But that's just the way I am. What's this? Oh, extra feets. Oh, they're even blushed. Oh, it comes with boots, I think, is the thing. And of course a little piece of magic eraser. And another little piece of magic eraser. Can't have that. Can't have dolls without that coming along. His wig, which obviously I'm gonna have to cut the netting for. He's so little. So yeah, again, this guy is MSD size, and I didn't know that he was going to be that size because apparently I can't read when I don't have my glasses on. That being said, he is bigger than MSD size, whereas MSD is 45 centimeters. This guy is 52, so I'm hoping that the difference in size will be okay for me. But I have been really excited to get this doll in particular because his full set is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, his cute little face was always just pleading to me, why aren't you buying me? And then I caved. And thank God for places like Alice's Collections and Denver Doll for allowing layaways for people because I'm not currently working. I'm just doing my books, and so our funds are a little limited right now until I find something else to do or until my books take off. So he's, I think, the only doll that I have that doesn't have the area, which is fine. I really do like this body. Oh, look at that. He's really cool already. I'm just gonna put him sitting here to wait for his head. He's blushed on the hands. I don't think I have any dolls that are blushed on the hands just yet. Till now. I used to have a few dolls that had jointed hands, but I don't know, I'm not really a fan of the jointing, the way it looks. Some people are really good at getting them to look good, like a couple people that I like to chat with on Instagram, Doll Edit by AP, and Melissa Mellery. Melissa does really cool stop motion animations, so I will link them so that you can find their Instagrams. Really nice people. Rather enjoy when I can find people in the hobby that I can chit chat with about random things. With Melissa, it's usually about stop motion animation, and with Doll Edit by AP it's usually about how much we hate Ring Doll for always putting out amazing stuff that we are always wanting to buy. Of course, we mean that very lovingly. Oh my god, he's really cute. Okay, so this guy is a Dream Valley Candle Night Cadel or Cadel or Cadel. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to say that. And he is the full set, and so that's what the second box is. Although there are clothes in here. But before I put the clothing on, I'm going to open this box first, and then I'm going to go wash my hands because the outsides of boxes are a little bit dirty, and his pants and a lot of the other pieces are white. And the other thing that I should have in here is some more stuff for my Lutz Vampire Elf L0. He's part of my Cyberpunk series, and so I don't know, I have a really hard time finding stuff for 60 centimeters because now it seems to be that like the 1/4 size is a lot more popular because of Fairyland's minifee size, as well as the 75 centimeter dolls. Like there's not as many that are released in the 60 centimeter realm, I've noticed lately, which makes it more difficult to find clothing. So a lot of times when oh my god, the box. So a lot of times when I'm buying clothing, I have a really hard time finding stuff for them. I have to buy vintage stuff by like Heisei and that kind of stuff. This box is gorgeous. I would totally own that doll. Ah, no, don't roll away. Yeah. Hat and sweater for my other doll that I was talking about. And a free shirt they gave me for my problem with the shoes. I think they gave me 2 free shirts for that, so there's probably another one in this bag. Alice's Collections is probably one of my favorite proxy services. Alice is really nice. They get back to me really quickly, and I just really enjoy like how kind she is when stuff goes down. I've purchased stuff from other places, like I bought a motorcycle from Little Overbearing CEO using New Clover Singing as a proxy, and by the time I got it, it just disintegrated. I can't use it, and nobody would get back to me about the fact that my $1,000 motorcycle was, I was just out $1,000, I guess. So I highly recommend. I mean, I'm just not. A lot of people have a good service through Christina at New Clover Singing. I'm probably just one of the people that fell by the wayside. I don't know. Sometimes that's just how it be, you know, which is probably why it's like, that's annoying, but I'm not gonna say bad things or go out of my way to post things that are bad for people, because life is a mixed bag, right? Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you get bad stuff, and it all depends on how you react to it, I feel like. But this stuff is all packed amazing. Pretty soon I gotta get a little care package out to my friend Vertigo Alice. I found a cute bunch of micro Care Bears that are perfect for USD size. So if you're looking for teddy bears for micro or for USDs, the micro Care Bears and that same line are actually really good. Actually, I have one here. This is the one that I'm getting to Alice. So if you want something that's perfect for USD, like even the box is adorable. So I'm going to be doing that on Friday. I'm really glad I don't have to do painting or anything for this doll. Ooh, this is so pretty. This is his neck piece. I also have an update from Andinsky, I'm not sure how you say that. I never know how to say any of those companies, but I purchased a nice outfit from them, and they sent me a large size on the shoulder piece that looked like that one, but cloth and embroidered. It was my last video. I showed opening it for my Ring Doll Red King Rye. And unfortunately they sent me a coat that was an extra large, and so they asked to see the tags on the inside because I didn't know it came with tags inside. I took a picture, sent that to them, and then they sent me an email saying that they would send me the large coat free of charge, of course, and I get to keep the other large coat. And the coat's really nice. I don't know what I'm going to do with it though, because I don't have anybody that it's going to wear. So I was thinking about paying it forward and just giving it to somebody free, because it's such a nice piece. So obviously I'm going to have to take his legs off because his shoes are part of his ball jointing. So I'm kind of excited to see what that looks like. There's a lot of companies I find like are really awesome in that way, and it just keeps kind of the faith I have in people alive. I don't know, I live in a first world. I have a good life and I'm able to collect these beautiful dolls, and so I just try and count every single blessing that I have, which is many. I feel like gratitude is one of the strongest vibrations, I guess, on our planet, and so I try to always be grateful for everything. That includes the bad things, because without the bad stuff, we wouldn't learn, and we also wouldn't know what our best days feel like. So cool. So if you're having a bad day or you're having a bad week, just remember you haven't lived your best days yet. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, you can always send me a DM. I've been through a lot in my life, and I'm more than happy to have a chat if it means it can help your day be better. Probably his other shoe. Shoes. Yep, his other shoes. I was going to open this with my friend Jess Fox on camera, but I think she's busy writing her book right now, so I will let her do that. Actually, Jess Fox is a they, them, just like me, but I don't really care about pronouns. I've been called ma'am. I've been called sir on the phone because I have a deep voice. Oh my god, this is the hat. This is so cool. I never thought I'd be excited for an MSD size. I do have one other MSD. He is a Minifee Elf Shiwu. I used to have two Minifee Elf Shiwus. The other one was Echo, and the other one is Asmodeus, but Asmodeus is now a... Oh, that's so awesome. Asmodeus is now a Ringdoll Joker, which I'm sure if he was a real person, he would be happier with that. Going from an MSD to like 78 centimeters would have been his dream, because just imagine him being a tiny demon and being like, I just hate you for this. So there are a few characters that I already have in my steampunk realm. If you follow my Instagram, you'll have seen my doll room. And my doll room has different vignettes basically. And one of them is steampunk. And I've got 3 dolls that sit there already, plus a bunch of like baby size dolls, which is like smaller than 1/6. Okay, just the feet come off and then put these on. That makes it easier. Much easier. So my steampunk realm, the idea behind it is there's this guy called Dr. Felix Ashcombe, and in that world, natural birth is not a thing for humans anymore, and so they make basically black market babies, which is why I have Cryo Baby there and like some other babies that they're holding. But once I put Percival there, I'll show you that area as well with a little bit of a slow pan and maybe talk a little bit more about that realm. But right now I'm gonna go I'm gonna go wash my hands just to make sure that there's nothing dirty getting on the pants and that kind of thing. So I am back, and I'm gonna be putting Percival together. His name does have a meaning behind it. I make sure that I research the names for most of my dolls unless it's something that I'm making up. But because he is a candle boy, Percival Sinclair just basically means like light of the world kind of deal. But he's so cute. Oh my god, I love him. So I'm definitely going to put his shoes on. He's strung very tight, so I'm not too sure if I'll be able to do that. When I'm stringing or putting dolls together, I always use wooden chopsticks, just because then at least if something is too tight, it's the wood that gets the damage and not the corners or the edges of their resin. So I highly recommend going on to like eBay or Amazon or something like that, and getting wooden chopsticks. I bought a package of 10. I use 2 of them to eat because I love sushi, but only vegetarian sushi. Let's do this one at a time, shall we? This green stuff I find is kind of the best stuff. I tried museum wax, and I have really bad issues with touching things that leave a film on my hands. So like my hands are very dry because I don't use lotion, and the museum wax left kind of a film on my hand. I have to buy lotion that dries so that there's no feeling on it after, and that seems to have worked. I still hate putting it on though. The other thing that my friend Jade Garden BJD, she uses like those silicone earplugs, and she did give me a set, and I haven't used it just yet. I don't know, I'm like one of those people where I'm like, the mushrooms go bad because you only want to use them sparingly or for... He's really cute. Doo-doo. Yeah, I didn't expect him to be like so like gaunt, but I'm not complaining. Okay, so I'm not sure, I might have to pull them apart to put this on. Whoa. Because this goes on the waist. Oh, nope, it just pulls apart. Okay. Okay, that makes my life a lot easier. Okay, so I guess let's look at his clothes. And I'm hoping the fact that he's MSD will be okay with me. So we got pants, look how cute. I'm sure I could find somebody who would love him if I decide not to keep him. This goes over the shoulders. I'll have to steam that, I think, just to get the wrinkles out. I'm glad I have a steamer given to me by my mother-in-law. Lace for something that I'm sure I'll figure out another time when I'm done. But yeah, this company is Dream Valley. They have a lot of really cool dolls, but this is honestly like the first one that I just had to have. Because like I said, I try to collect with intention. Oh, I guess this is where it goes. Try to collect with intention. But then this guy came along and stole my heart, so that went out the window. think probably my favorite dolls are still Delphs, but I do have a soft spot for ring dolls big time. Like, those are my two companies, so branching out isn't usually my thing. I'm the kind of person where if I find food that I like, I will only eat that food for the rest of my life. Oh my gosh. Okay, so some companies have these hooks that they have a little indent that you can use to put the hands in, and I love when companies do that. What are they called? Fairyland have magnets, and I just find that the magnets for me would fly off all the time. And it really freaked me out because the hand would go skittering across the room, and my doll was in tan at the time. And I ended up selling him because of my worry that I was going to wreck him. These are really cool. I don't have any dolls that have armor, so I'm already enjoying this cute guy. Carefully. So today's my favorite kind of day. It's raining outside. Quickly. Ow. Glad I got that in there, even though now I have to take it off again. Shoot. Rain is my favorite kind of day. It's gonna snap inside. Please don't snap inside. No disasters, please. So yeah, I ended up selling the doll that had the magnets on the feet and hands. It was really pretty. Fairyland does a lot of really nice stuff. But there's lots of dolls out there for lots of different people, lots of different reasons. That's the nice thing about this hobby. Aha, I win. There's so many different kinds, whereas before it was Volks and Dream of Doll and Lutz. And there was Dulci, which, like, those were the first ones that I know of anyways that were like the really big dolls. My first doll was a CP Delphal, and as like the majority of the world knows, that's Uriel. And then my second doll was a Dulci Saint. And this was so far back that this was also when Lutz still sold Dulcis, and so I got Dulci through Lutz. Dulci always seemed to work better through proxies. For a while there was Anu, who sold limited sets of the Burmans, and like people went insanely crazy for those. I think this might be a little too small on him. Maybe I'm putting it on wrong, I don't know. And I remember back in the day when we started doing like collecting I got Uriel, I ordered him in July. So July, August, September, October. So he was 4 months, which was like kind of unheard of back then, to take that long. Like everything was between 1 to 3 months. Now it's like this guy, like I said, I got him December 2nd, I ordered him. And so it took a little while for him to get here. Cute. Okay, now let's put on these pants, which I know this has to go in the front. It's just a little snag, so let's fix that. I don't often get full sets when I buy dolls, but there have been a few full sets that have got me, because usually I like them to be a little bit more closer to my characters that I write about. But that being said, I do have 2 Gem of Doll full sets. I've got this guy now. I've got a few full sets that are incoming. I've got a Famine coming in, which I'm still paying off on layaway through Alice's collections. Oh, I think the white lace was for these pants. Oh, I can get his butt into them. This is like me trying to get pants on. And I also got a Richard the Lionheart set, which I have paid off, and I'm not sure when he's going to be sent out. But he's supposed to be... I'm not going to bother lacing it up, you're not even going to see it. Lazy. Spare hands. Okay. Guess these... do they magnetize or do they just snap on? Let's put the feet on. Feet. Holy shit, he's really tight. Just on the one side, it seems. I think this one goes here. Yeah, it just snaps on. Okay, come on now. He's so like, there we go. Oh, there we go. I think it was just the string was too thick to go through the hole. That's what she said. Okay, I'm just gonna hold him up like that. Click. I like how skinny his little legs are. This doll's really cute. There's his other leg. So far, so good. Fine, because like I have bigger fingers that sometimes it's harder to work with these things, which is maybe why I prefer 60cm dolls, because once you start getting into the 1/4 and the 1/6 buttons and bows and stuff, I suck at it. So as far as the Lutz and Ring doll is concerned, like I said, this is like my first Dream Valley doll. I do have a few one-offs. I've been waiting for Moonlit Wonder Achilleos, and he's going to be the new Lysander. I have one Yeeson boy. I used to have two. The second one was the Lysander, but I sold him to a friend. And she loves him, so that's important. I'm gonna have to do this probably off camera because that's gonna take forever. Especially because this is silk. Gemma doll, I have 4 dolls by them now, 2 full sets, 2 non. A lot of their full sets are really well done as well, like Dream Valley does. They're very like detailed. I have a Gemma doll, Gaia, and she's got like tattoos all over her body, just like me. But she is the goddess Hiloria in my books, and she makes her appearance in the 3rd Dragons book. Yeah, I'm gonna need to figure out how to do this another way. Okay, so let's get, I think, this first. The problem with these is just trying to like figure out what the hell I'm doing. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna need to trim his wig and stuff too. I don't know if you've ever trimmed a netted wig before. I've only done it once before, and I think I did alright. I like to use smaller scissors for that kind of thing. I do have a smaller pair that I like to use than these ones, but I have no idea where that is right now. So we'll try these, and hopefully I don't screw it completely up. Let's see. I usually have like I use another loop to pull his thing up. So I'll just put another S-hook on top of that S-hook to give me some space. And I use either a ribbon, which I'm going to in this case, or I use these, which are actually wires. His little head. And his tiny wig. Awesome. A free tiny foam ball. I can't get it out. I don't destroy it. So I'm just going to trim around where the line of the hair is. Sometimes it's hard to see, so just be really careful. You go around. I always leave like a little space because you can always trim more later. You can't put it back. And I find unless it's like a fantasy color, you can't really see the netting much anyways. Like I definitely had to trim a lot more on my Soon Zach Lord of Jotun because he's a powder blue color. The wig I got for him looks really good. My friend Jade Garden BJD started like making wigs like this with the netting, and with the amount of time that it was taking her, it's actually just better to buy one if you don't know what you're doing like me. I just was like, forget it, I'll just buy one like these instead. I do make other wigs, but I use, it's called viscose. Some people use yarn, but viscose is like super cheap. The only problem with yarn and viscose is that you can't really make longer wigs, so if you want longer wigs you gotta learn to do it either like this, or find longer, thinner Kanekalon, whatever the hell it's called. I think it's Kanekalon. Okay, so it's got a bit of a trim. I'm gonna go a little shorter. I think maybe my next video I will make a viscose wig. If I'm not doing another box opening, I do have a few things on order, so we'll see how it goes. I just like to share all the stuff that I've learned over the years, mostly from my friend Jade, who like does everything. Like she taught me how to make eyeballs, wigs, and taught me how to make better face-ups, so that I wanted to try making them again because I was just using the wrong stuff. Like I was using acrylic paint instead of gouache, and there's a huge difference. Made my face-up game so much better. Yeah, I need some sharp scissors for this, but let's just put it on him so we can put him together and you can see, and then we will end the video. Percival is a little gentleman. Oh my god, he's so cute. And his hat, which is supposed to stay on him, I'm not sure how. I guess we'll do that after. Left, right. Right, left. I always have to do this. Okay, so left and right. Okay, I'm so glad this does it like that. I'll have to do that up and then I'll show you pictures at the end, but this is what he does going together. I mean, I obviously gotta figure out what the heck I'm doing with this one. I mean, he stands up pretty good, probably because they... And then hat. So this is Percival. I will get some better pictures of him when I've got all this closed so you can see better what he looks like. But there he is. Thank you for joining me.